nice
still mad.
That'd be a nice
you know.
And then I fall over in the chair.
Yeah, it's the laugh track when that happens. All right, so what we've learned here.
Tip I am that I am, so call me Heru.
Call me Jadon.
I'm still Matt.
I'm still Matt. And
Still
welcome
Matt.
to Konsider Group.
We're creating your character here. You know that, right? So now we have the chair falling guy, and his name is still Matt. So that's gonna be your like little.
Well, this
character.
chair's on like 1 foot, I think.
You know why it's like that? It's like that because of where it was years ago, where we're sitting, it would lean this direction, and so it actually bended slowly but surely. Actually, that was me and my fat ass, actually. When I was a fat ass.
I still can't picture it, man.
Did I ever show you pictures?
No.
God, how did
And Kristen tells me, she assures me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, she
Still can't see it.
Yeah. I was about to do the whole pull up my phone thing to show you the pictures now, but I remembered this time that we are recording with my phone. Actually, I meant with our 20,000 red camera. My phone.
Oh, yeah.
This is a high value.
The Konsider Show. That's what it is.
Because of all the
Konsider
donations
Show. Yes,
from
come
the
on.
millions and millions.
So we episode 17. Episode
Shut me
17, we
down.
coming out with lessons learned. And that's why we kind of been talking some of the things, because y'all was just talking about having some carpentry techniques or certain things y'all was implementing.
Lessons
in your house.
learned for me?
It's, you
No.
know. So-
Actually, no.
Yeah,
Don't
because it's-
read the Chinese instructions.
Oh, yeah.
When they're in English,
Yeah,
but they're
yeah.
translated with Google Translate or whatever, printed. Yeah, they were making fun of me because I can't put a simple wagon together because I put the wheel on the wrong place. But it's very obvious if I actually just looked at the product itself and just did it instead of trying to read the instructions. So there's something to learn.
Yeah, it's basically just recognizing, that's basically what I wanted. Recognizing certain things you have learned from your past, or from, where you stand right now, today. I mean, like what we're doing here, building a brand, basically that's what we're doing, building a brand, consider a brand, period, right? But at the same time, it's like, how are we connecting? How are we learning from these other experiences I have had in my time?
Well, this is interesting because how many people these days are even thinking about this? Like, are they continuously learning? Do they learn how? Do they have goals? Are they learning things from the past to get them to those goals? Are you striving to be better and better every day?
Yeah, are we
I can't.
listening?
I can't not strive better every day. Not strive better. You know what I'm talking about. But I naturally am trying to do better at everything I do. Like even stuff where when I sit back, I say stop trying. It doesn't matter. You're just stressing yourself out more.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's called IT work.
Yeah.
You know, it's a thankless job, and it's one of those things. It's like,
What's your fault today?
why do I need to try harder at this every single day?
For sure.
But I do,
For sure.
and does it get me farther? Perhaps. It's one of those things. Here's something to get you farther in IT work: of good people skills.
Yeah,
For
talk
sure.
to people, understand people.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
anyone can talk to anybody,
Yeah.
but as far as how you can, if you
How
can
you
communicate properly with people.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody. Like the client, your coworkers, just everybody. Like having good communication skills helps out. And
Number one, I think that's
Yeah.
number
Many
one.
ways.
And I started, and now looking back, I'm glad I did it. I mean, I wish I didn't, but I'm glad I did it because it got me those people skills. So I didn't have them worth a flying shit until this. Is my first tech job out of college was, call center tech support. You're in a call center, you're taking that to this day is the hardest job I've ever done. Is that because you can't see what someone's talking about because you can't remote in for what this was, So you're having to ask someone who's a moron to explain to you over the phone what they're seeing in a way that you can understand, and then go back to them and help them. Exactly. You learn people skills pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
And you have to. And part of it is you have to, because in a call center environment, usually you're judged by every single little action you do. You're micromanaged like a son of a bitch. Yeah, and so you have to fake it. I mean, I just made fun of, you know, customer service voice, you know, when you're faking it. And you learn that. And you learn it so good that it ends up being natural when you need to flip the switch and be on. And no one...
Sure.
But at the same time, sometimes I'll be in the middle of doing that, and in the back of my mind, as I'm on autopilot, I'm like, this is such bullshit talk. Like, it's like, I know I'm a lying bastard right now. The person I'm talking to knows I'm a lying bastard right now. They don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Why do we even play this customer service game? Can't we just be real? Why can't people be real?
They're not
Damn it.
being real.
Yeah.
We got too many phonies. I mean, everybody want to be the Kim Kardashian. Everybody want to be the Kanye West, the biggest rapper, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Not and you know, star.
That's sad.
It's sad.
Rapper. He has no talent.
Yeah.
It's zero. In fact, negative talent.
Yeah.
He rips off old songs. His voice is annoying anyways.
Yeah.
So why would you want to listen to it?
Sure.
You can't rap worth the damn. Most of the time, it sounds like you're just reading a paper.
Yeah. That's basically what he's doing.
And then the only reason he's popular is why? Because he's a douche waffle?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going off course here.
Well, recently he said, "Oh, I'm still."
No, continue.
No, recently he said that he took umbrage with another award that a musician got, and he's like, "Oh, I should have gone to them," but like he didn't get on stage this time. But like he was just like, "Well, you know, our passion and our hearts and our loves in this industry, and of course I'm gonna get upset, so I'm gonna say it." He's like, "I'm gonna get upset, and they need to hear my opinion." I'm like, "Nobody fucking cares about your goddamn opinion."
You know,
like, you're a musician, sure, okay, you do your craft the way you want to do it, but there are people who judge all music, and that's their job.
Yeah.
Like, let them kind of, you know, filter out who's
the only thing I respect
good
about what he just said there was, you know, if he has an opinion, he can voice it. That's fine. I think we should all be voicing opinions more. But the part where he says they need to know it. No, they don't need to know it.
Well, or like
need to hear it.
What's the medium for him to voice his opinion too? You run up on stage and embarrass Taylor Swift and Beck. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, oh yeah, and he tells Beck that he doesn't know anything about music, and that guy plays like 23 instruments.
It just keeps, it just keeps them in the limelight.
And that's all it is. It's all
a
puppet.
It's a gimmick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Hollywood.
You know what? People still do, make fun of professional wrestling, but in reality, real life is more like professional wrestling, because everyone's a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's playing a gimmick. I'm playing a gimmick right now, kind of, sort of. But the good gimmick is it's my naturalness turned up, and those are the best gimmicks, where it's just you, but volume to 10, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I learned that, speaking of learning stuff. Learned that from, speaking of professional wrestling, Stone Cold Steve Austin, because he used to say that. He said he was one of, because I listened to his podcast, because it's funny. But he would say the people that were the most popular, that got over with the fans and stuff, were the ones that is their natural attitude dialed up. So it was just natural. So it didn't seem like a gimmick, like you're faking it, like the 80s wrestling where it's just a bunch of cartoon characters, and kind of like it is now again, where it's a lot of cartoon character wrestlers, stuff like that.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't even watch wrestling anymore, but somehow I know it. I just know stuff about wrestling.
Oh, that makes sense. But like I said, I don't think we really reflect on those particular. That's what I like about the cannabis, what it actually help us do, go back and kind of our memories, our databases, and really kind of look at some things that, oh, what did we bring from this relationship, or what did we get from this particular element, or this situation that came down here, how did it open your mind? How did it get you to think, oh yeah, okay, I know I was in the wrong then. You see what I'm saying? Or whatever, admit to whatever that truth may be within that event. But like I love like MJ DeMarco say, it's not the event, it's the process. It's how we going about it. How did we solve these problems? And that's some of the things I'm like, how can Konsider help you solve your problem? You feel what I'm saying? How can we help, as one teach one, I help you, he helps me, she helps me, boom, 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 I help you, whatever. But we're developing a just that those lessons learned. You see what I'm saying? Slowly implementation, but you're getting it. You see what I'm saying? Especially with your children, right? Y'all got children, so y'all really have to reflect. Y'all like to look at them, man. My baby is 1 year old. You know what I'm saying? And it be like so fast. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't even have children, but I see it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, whoa, come on, man. And we sitting up here and literally don't do the things we want to do. You know, because, I mean, don't take me wrong, because we keep putting it off. Oh, I can do that next week. I can keep on doing that next year. Yeah, I'll start.
Always how it goes.
You know, yeah, and we just keep putting things off and thinking we got this next day or whatever. Anything could happen. I'm not too much of a fear tactic guy. But at the same time, it's just certain things we got to think about, man. And that's what I'm saying about lessons learned. I had a few products. I've been doing a lot. I've been public speaking. I've been doing, you know, from hip hop summits to film festivals, you know, to bring in major artists, you know. So it's kind of interesting how you learn these processes, how a product is so easy to develop, right? A product is so easy to make, right?
Well, sure.
So we make
That's
that product.
That's the easy part. That's the sad thing.
Then we trying to sell it. Then we're trying to sell it, and there's no demand for that product, and that product can be the best thing that anybody ever had in their life. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Literally.
But it didn't click for some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah. So it's
Or
just
wrong time.
Yeah, it's
or
just
too soon.
It's amazing because when you even look at old books, like books that's not as popular, right? But at the same time, you go look at the book. Oh, that's why it's been so quiet. Think and Grow Rich, but then it's only amongst a few certain people. You see what I'm saying? A few group of people. You know. So it's just an understanding about learning these lessons as you go. The people who actually been involved in your life, and you just think about it, reflect back, and it'd be like, well, it hasn't been that many people. When you think about it too, when you're talking about 7 billion people on the planet, you feel what I'm saying? How many people have you really, really touched? You know what I'm saying? Really interacted with and kind of been, when you really start thinking on that type of level.
Those are the best people that travel the world and just, you know, interact with so many human beings.
Exactly.
Like, that's education.
Big
That's the
time.
best.
In itself.
You ever know, like, someone growing up or something that just, like, their parents, they were, you know what I'm talking about.
Travel, vagabonds.
Just for whatever reason they traveled,
Military.
you know,
Military,
traveled
yeah,
the
that's
world
big.
for some reason, and they grabbed their kids with them. But that was the best education, and it was the smartest people, and they had 1 billion friends, and it was just like, then there's
The pen pals.
then there's the reverse, you know, where, you know, people are just going to their jobs, coming home, not talking to anyone, or maybe they're talking to a lot of people at their job, but it's all nothing. It really
Shut
means
down,
nothing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Those aren't really relationships.
For sure.
They're just people you talk to.
That's a lot of Seattleites out here.
That's definitely, I mean, it's very much so.
Man, and I've been wondering what's really going on, and I want to challenge the audience too, those who's watching. Definitely, I'm like this. What's really going on in Seattle? What's happening?
But it's always
what
been
is the
this way.
people? Yeah, but the saddest thing
It's
is
the weather, man. It's the weather.
that too. That's a big one.
Yeah.
You know, that's a huge one.
Exactly.
You know, that's a
I
huge
feel
one.
that.
You know, and then now the traffic is so crazy,
Yeah.
stupid.
I know that.
That's another big case.
Getting worse.
You know.
So much
They're
worse.
cramming condos everywhere
Like,
now.
I've lived here all of my life.
Yeah.
Like, you think, oh, okay, well, you just use the traffic. But it's just so much worse.
Well, and they're just building condos, high-rise condos
Oh, man.
everywhere you turn. Everywhere you turn. Half of downtown Seattle is under construction because they're tearing down old building, putting in high-rise condos.
It takes an hour and a half to get through the freeway.
I'm like,
Bellevue,
I don't.
They need to blow that up.
It's
They
just-
need to blow Bellevue up for real.
Yeah.
No, that's real.
Don't
That's
go
real
rebuild.
talk right there. They need to blow Bellevue up. They need to take Bellevue out of there because you get there, you stop 2 hours. 2 hours minimum. Because it's no joke.
It's awful.
No joke, you know.
Anyways,
But my point. That's another lesson. Being here almost 20 years and seeing these changes, dramatic changes too.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
exponential
Dramatic
too.
changes. Yeah, we're
It
talking.
seemed like
Kent,
it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, like Kent is one of the biggest cities now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, Kent was a suburb.
Yeah.
Still is, but you know, it's just
It's huge.
downtown. They just tore all that stuff out and put it in a bunch of apartments there.
Took out
My
valleys.
kid's already a nightmare to even get in and get out.
Oh yeah, that's
I mean, I could literally walk faster, way faster, and then don't even get me started on if there's a train coming through. It just shuts it down completely
Yeah,
for hours on end.
For sure.
Like what genius
sure.
to put a train here.
Oh, man.
Where I live, there's a train between me and the hospital. And sometimes that train comes through and just stops.
Yeah, you think they wouldn't be allowed to?
Stop
Yeah,
it
and it's there for half an hour.
Wow.
But if there's an emergency, I'd be so pissed.
That's the only way. You
You know, that would suck if you
that's
died and you literally could see the hospital.
Yeah.
But you couldn't do a damn thing about
And
it.
you're not
Actually, the
doing
train
a
would stop.
damn
I'd probably grab the
thing. You're
person,
not doing
throw him
a
over my
damn
shoulders, run through the train and get there.
Yeah, right.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Right?
For sure.
Save your life.
He's been watching too many zombies.
I mean, some people.
Zombies.
He goes to the hospital. Get this man a wheelchair.
You're fine. I won't carry you over with my back then.
No.
I'll leave you there.
Yeah.
Fine, you can die.
Oh, no.
I'm not gonna throw you over my back and take you to the hospital.
Even after I built this whole action movie for you.
Starring
Lessons
Still
learned.
Max.
Yeah, come on.
And we should do that as in like an old 90s or 80s comedy show intro.
Yeah.
You know,
That'd be a nice
Still
little
mad.
twist. That'd be a nice
You know.
little twist.
And then I fall over in the chair.
yeah, it's the laugh track when that happens. All right, so what we've learned here is that these guys are gone.
Yeah.
Let them get off
We're
track.
high.
We're having a good time.
Did we talk about that? Just throw that
We talked
out
about
there.
that last show, kind of, sort of.
Not really, but we didn't show it a little bit.
Oh, you shouldn't. They're not
So
paying
we
us.
went Lily.
We're gonna blow this out.
I know. This was fine detailed greenery.
They send me a nice
Green.
check. I'll be happy to show
Yeah,
it
they
on
probably
the show.
got.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we doing it.
We have
CBD's
ones of listeners, right?
Or, you could, they could just send some samples.
That'd be great.
Oh, man, free
That's
samples?
all- That's
Get a
all.
plug.
Hey,
I mean, just to test it out.
yeah, that'd be good.
I mean, we gotta tell the people, about it.
How you know?
And Heru's trying to download apps at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know what
For some reason. Can you get your mind in the show, bro?
I'm here, brother. I'm here.
What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't even know what time it is now. How much time do we have left? What have you done?
Probably,
Oh God, we have no idea.
No, we got about
We're going rogue.
5 minutes.
We're going rogue. I only have so. This is the second show
Farther.
too. But I only have
Farther.
so much return, so much space on my phone
We
here.
probably do.
We're gonna be cut off
That's
any
it.
moment.
And we probably
Any
will
moment.
be.
Everybody don't move. I think they'll be cut off. We were still moving too much. It didn't work. I'll try. I'll try to get that in post edit, but
Yeah.
I'll actually freeze
Hey,
the
we
video.
having fun. We having
But then
fun.
I just told you, so maybe I won't.
A podcast I want y'all to check out though. Another podcast I would like y'all to go check out. The Do Grows. At Do Grows. That's
It's
their.
really not a great name.
I know. Do Grows. That's actually a great little podcast.
Sounds like a
Just
porn
checking
name.
it out.
Dude grows.
Do Grows. They get. They
Or a
got-
pro wrestler.
They've been talking
Bring it
about a
back
lot
to
of
the
good
pro wrestler.
things.
That'd be like a classic 80s pro
They
wrestler
probably
name.
already got
Duke
it.
Grows.
Duke.
I mean,
Duke or Duke.
no, well, both.
Duke.
But
yeah.
either way,
This guy. But that's what we do. We have fun here. We talk about some serious
We have
issues.
learned
Yeah.
to have fun
We
sometimes
want to
in
have,
life.
we want to
We have
we
to.
want to include you. Come on, we like to hear more feedback from you. What you want to hear in the show.
Breaking
Want to
news.
thank you, Matt, coming through, checking us out.
Yeah, thanks for
Smoking
having
with
me.
us.
Like,
Yeah,
I really
for
appreciate
sure.
it, man.
No
Like, it's
doubt.
a blast.
It's all cool,
For breaking news, we just figured this out. We're going to have a dedicated studio in the next 10 to 20 years.
10 to 20.
Sound like our economy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should start a Kickstarter.
Yeah, we can do that. Our Patreon.
So build our
what's that one?
studio.
Patreon.
Yeah,
My
we wish.
office.
We can't even get them to fund us a stand, for God's sake. We're going to have them fund us a
We got
studio.
the radio flyer.
No, they'll complain about
It's a
it.
box. We're good.
The radio flyer. They down.
It's the mystique of the whole thing.
You know. But we're there.
Well, people that complain or not complain. That's the wrong term.
What, the trolls?
Well, we're not even talking about the trolls, but just people that have, and we appreciate it, constructive criticism, and stuff like that, or what we can adjust or do better. And I like to hear that anyways. But it's like, if you want us to do certain things that cost a lot of money, then we're going to need them.
Yeah, for sure. And the key thing is what you
Oh, well,
need.
yeah,
That's
I wasn't,
basically-
I'm not going to, there's always a bunch of buts about that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean I was going to, well, then be happy with what you get, bro.
Yeah. Good point. Any last words, you know? Are you good?
Gotta be a douche.
No, I'm toasty, man. It's good.
That's my
like I
gimmick.
said,
This
just
show is
sit
to be
down,
a douche.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah.
appreciate everyone,
Yeah.
so
Jadon, yeah. You can
yeah.
find them at Jadon at Consider Group.
Great, I'm gonna get a bunch of emails. You were so disrespectful last show. You know what I have to say about people that think I'm disrespectful? Don't listen.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know how you could actually watch this show
Yeah.
and be offended. People get offended over anything drive me crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
'Cause that's the problem. That's
yeah.
the problem.
Yeah, or it's like, okay, I could say something offensive. Yeah, that's.
Who cares?
I'm a dick. Okay, I've said something offensive. I'm a dick.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just because you're offended doesn't mean you have the right to stop somebody from speaking their mind
For
or,
sure,
or
for sure. 'Cause
being who
everybody's
they
gonna
are.
do it.
Yeah, and everybody's got their own journey.
For sure.
But you don't have the right to not be offended. You can't. It's a feeling you have. You can be offended at anything,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
that doesn't give you the right to stop it.
That's the
That
difference.
emotion,
Yeah.
Emotional connection. But we tend to now, when you see how the society has been developing that particular model, as we're
It's
all
all
connected.
It's all planned.
Emotional connection. How they make you feel about a certain product or make you feel about a certain
What's
person.
the time here? What do we got? We don't even.
We're probably down.
We're
We're
probably,
down about
we're probably
1
not
minute.
even recording. We're talking to
No,
ourselves.
we recording.
Okay.
We're recording. I see the light on right now.
There is no light. There never was.
No, the expensive camera's got a big light on it.
Oh yeah, the right camera. Got it. Yeah.
Exactly.
I paid for the $4 camera instead of the $3 camera to get that light.
Consider
That's still match, ladies and gentlemen. And some
considergroup.com, Twitter, Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram, LinkedIn. That's it, folks. Good.